Hi, I had my first beta test today to confirm my pregnancy. So I already knew that I was pregnant because I had taken a couple of pregnancy tests. And, the first one I took on, when was it? Saturday, the 10th. Which was 10 days past a 5-day transfer, so 15 DPO. And that was positive. There was definitely a line there, but it was a lot lighter than the control line, but it was there. You didn't have to squint at it or anything. And then I had a little bit of spotting the next day on the Sunday. And it was, by little, I mean really little, like one light pink spot on the toilet paper after going to the bathroom. And I totally freaked out and freaked my husband out, and he was all upset. And so I made him go out and buy more tests so I could test again and make sure it was darker and not lighter. And so that was 36 hours after the first test, and it was way darker. It was almost as dark as the control line at that point, and that was in the evening as well, versus first morning urine. So I was really happy with that, and then just had the rest of the long weekend at peace with that everything was going well and didn't have any more spotting after that. So today, Tuesday, I had my beta, and the nurse called, and she was all excited, and she was like, "You're pregnant," and I was like, "Yay!" And she was like, "Oh, you cheated, didn't you? You already knew." And I was like, "Yeah, I had to take a test. The anxiety was too much." And she was like, "Oh, well, I would have done the same thing." So the number was 147. And they were really happy with that number and said they feel good about it and they don't feel the need to test in 48 hours. Instead, they're going to do a test in a week's time. And assuming everything's good with that, I will be doing my first ultrasound in 2 weeks' time, just over 2 weeks' time, Wednesday the 28th of February. And hopefully we will see a heartbeat at that point. She told me that I had to continue taking my medications, so I'm on progesterone and estrase, twice a day each, once in the morning and once at night. And I have to keep taking that until week 8, which is March 8th. And then I can stop that, assuming that all levels are good and stuff, and I don't need to keep taking it. But I think the placenta takes over at that point or something, so it doesn't matter. So you don't have to take any at that point, something like that. So she confirmed that the due date will be October 20th of this year, 2018, which I'm really excited about. Halloween is my favorite time of the year, and I find as an adult, sometimes it's hard to find an excuse to celebrate Halloween. And I know when you have kids, you get to do it anyway, but it's just an extra reason to celebrate Halloween if we have a baby within a week of Halloween, and also I know that first-time pregnancy, you can go, I think the average is 1 week and 1 day past your due date, which still keeps us in October, which is nice. But so that will kind of decide whether or not we have a Libra baby or a Scorpio baby. I would prefer a Libra baby, but I get along fine with Scorpios anyway, so that doesn't bother me that much. It doesn't bother me at all. And, as far as symptoms go, not too much, really. And the ones that I'm having, I think, might be more to do with the whole IVF thing than the pregnancy thing. So I've been having a lot of bloating, high up in my abdomen, kind of under my rib cage, sort of, pretty much all above the belly button, which is probably some very mild OHSS, which I had super mild before the embryo transfer as well, but it was kind of dying down by that point. But the HCG, when you get pregnant, can make it kind of amp up a little bit. But it's very mild, and it only bothers me really by evening. And in the morning, I feel fine. So there's that. What else do I have? I had like a heightened sense of smell at the end of last week, towards the end of last week, and a little bit on the weekend. But I haven't really noticed it today that much, although my nose is also a little bit stuffed up, so that might be kind of combating that. No nausea. I've had a couple moments in the last 5 days where I've felt lightheaded, like a little bit pass-outy. But I also haven't been sleeping great, probably because of anxiety. So basically for the last week, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. and not being able to get back to sleep. So that could have been because I've been tired. I don't know. Anything else? That's pretty much it. I feel good, actually. I've noticed some oh God, what's the term? I'm blanking. Mood. Oh, mood being different. I don't know why I blanked on mood, but so I've just felt. I had one day last week. I think it was Tuesday. So a week ago today, where I felt very much like I do right before my period, and I was so moody and super snappy and had no tolerance or patience. But then the next day I woke up like a totally different person, and since then I've just felt very calm and I don't feel like things aren't making me angry, and I don't feel any urge to snap. Normally I'm quite calm anyway, and I work with children, so you have to be patient. But I feel like the last 6 days or so, I've just felt extra calm and patient, which is strange because that was pretty much the most stressful 6 days of my life. So yeah, I don't know if it's because of the pregnancy or what, but I have felt very kind of calm, and even tempered, I guess. So who knows? Hopefully it lasts, and hopefully I don't get any morning sickness in the next week or so, which is when it typically starts. So that's it. Fingers crossed that this will continue going. I've never been pregnant before, so I'm assuming I won't have a problem carrying, to term. I don't have any history of miscarriage in my family, so hopefully it's okay. And I'll do an update, I guess, when we hear the heartbeat.